YouTube? I'm in the subway. I'm going to be giving y'all a little bit of travel tease today while I answer these frequently asked questions. We're in New York or whatever. Y'all, I'm joking. Pay me no mind. Like, this is a whole backdrop. This is what the bloggers do, child. When y'all be thinking that we be on luxury vacations and stuff, we don't be. It be backdrops. In case y'all didn't know. But yes, I'm about to walk out the backdrop now because I'm going to scroll through a couple of these. I'm getting ready to take a picture with my homegirl. I'm on her plat. Whenever she get back, y'all, she taking forever. Because she said 20 minutes. And, you know, like black people, it's been a good 45 to an hour. But that's besides the point. So, y'all, throughout this video, y'all going to see me going through backdrops. Yeah, pretty much just going through backdrops while I basically ask and answer some of these frequently asked questions. These are not questions that you guys ask me. Like, I mean, my channel's still very small. But yeah, these are just questions that I had and I know a lot of other people had when they first started Second Life. So I'm just going to get y'all some answers for these questions that you guys may have had. So, first question is, what is tier? So tier on Second Life is basically what you pay for your land. Tier depends on prims. And prims are basically, I had explained it a little bit in the last video that I just did. Prims are basically a kind of like an amount of space that an item takes up. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but everything you drop has prims. So for instance, this plat that I'm standing on, we're out in the sky on a plat. This plat that I'm standing on takes up prims. Well, one prim. Pretty much every plat is going to take up one prim for the most part, depending on what you use for your plat. So this plat takes up one prim. This backdrop maybe takes up like 20, 30 prims if I had to guess. It really depends on how they made it. So yes, tier is dependent on how many prims that you have for your land, but tier is basically rent. So like how you pay rent in real life, tier is rent. That's how much you would pay to like the people who own your lands to live there. And tier is weekly. So you can pay it up to like 8 weeks in a lot of places. 8 weeks is 2 months, but it generally goes by the week. So you'll pay it for 1 week. Like some people do a week at a time. Some people do it, 2 months at a time. I generally like to pay my tier up for like a month and a half. So like 6 weeks. All right, so that's what tier is. Tier is rent that you pay on whatever land that you live on, whether it's, in the sky like this or it's actually land on the ground. Tier is what you would pay to, like whatever estates you got your land from, whatever. Second question I have on the list is, which viewers should I use? So when it comes to viewers, if you are brand new to Second Life, I mean, I can only really speak from experience. I would say try Firestorm when you first start. The two most popular viewers are Firestorm and Black Dragon. Black Dragon is used by like, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that 80% of the people who use Black Dragon use it to take pictures and that's it. Like most people log on to Black Dragon after you've set the picture up. I was trying to walk through this backdrop and realized that it wasn't Phantom. But most people that use Black Dragon, from what I've observed, only use it to take pictures. Like you set your picture up, you put all the props and everything down, you log into Black Dragon real quick, you take the picture, you save it, you log off. The reason being is because Black Dragon is really, really hard to navigate. Like if y'all think the learning curve for Second Life is steep, it's actually fairly simple on Firestorm compared to Black Dragon. Black Dragon is a nightmare to learn how to work. So I would say, there's Black Dragon, there's Firestorm as the two most popular ones. You have other ones like, I think it's like Casnip and Alchemy. Those have become more popular as of recently, but I haven't personally tried those myself, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest y'all use it. Firestorm be going through some things sometimes, but overall, like Firestorm is, I would say, one of the most common ones to use other than Black Dragon, which is typically just for pictures. So Firestorm and Black Dragon. would be the best viewers for you to choose. Black Dragon's graphics go crazy. Like, your avatar looks very realistic in Black Dragon. So that's something to keep in mind if y'all want to go that route and, you know, have to deal with that steep learning curve and actually want to use Black Dragon on the regular. So third question is, how many Lindens do I need to start my Second Life? So I realized that my estimate in the last video was actually very off. A head in Second Life typically costs about 4K, 4 to 5K, I believe. And then your body typically costs about 4 to 5K, depending. I believe the reborn body is 3.5. That is the body that I have. And that is a body that I recommend. I've had it for quite some time now. I love it. I don't really have anything too negative to say about it. I don't really know if there are any cons to that body, in my opinion, honestly. But I love it. Reborn is about 3.5K, if I'm not mistaken. And to just start off with some outfits, let's just say you just want to get like maybe 2-3 outfits just to get started with. You might need like a good 2 or 3K for that. And then for land and everything, I would say their safest bet to start Second Life would be about 20K. Like, if you just want the bare minimum, like you just want essentials, like you want your avatar done, you know, like you want to be able to get your skin and everything. You want to be able to get land somewhere. You want to be able to decorate a little bit, you know, like stuff like that. Your AO, I would say a minimum of 20K if you want to have all of those things. Like, just bare minimum 20K is what I would suggest having. Now, there are ways to finesse that 20K and make it 15 or 10. It's just, are you going to be satisfied with that 15 or 10? Like, I feel like in order to be fully satisfied with your avatar, to start off with, like the skin, the head, the shape, all the other stuff, you are going to want to drop 20K. I hate to tell y'all, but that's going to be the case. You're going to want to drop like 20K. And I just popped over at her house. I just used a teleporter here because I was trying to see if there was an area in the house that we could take the picture in. I ended up not really finding any. I found a backdrop later on because I ended up going back to the backdrop plat to take some pictures. This is also in the sky, by the way. So even though this is an example of what I was talking about last time about how if you get a house, it typically uses a lot of prims on a skybox if you're going to make a skybox, because you end up landscaping it. So y'all see like the waterfall and the trees and everything outside. Perfect example. Like, this is all very prim hungry. It's really cute, but it's very prim hungry. But anyways, so I would say about 20K Lindens to start your Second Life in order to be satisfied with it. Question number 4 is, how do I make friends? So I would suggest that before you guys get into Second Life, that you start watching Second Life videos of me. I mean, of course, if you're watching this video, you've already started that. So, you know, Ariel XO, Mila, I think her name is That Gamer Girl. Like, all of the Second Life YouTubers, I would highly suggest you guys watch a lot of their videos because a lot of them are going to tell y'all the hangout spots. I'm going to also drop a couple spots. Like, they have events in Second Life, like, where you can make friends. There's ways to make friends. When I first started Second Life, I made friends by, like, literally the only places I knew how to get was Punk List, like the hair store Punk List. And I think, like, it was like maybe like one other store I knew how to get to. Like, I had the landmarks or whatever. I used to sit over there. I used to look at hair and stuff. Like, I would buy some hair. I would go shopping. But while I was there, I would just add people that had nice avies because I was struggling. And I was just adding people who had their avies together. So that's how I made friends when I first started. Now, and then a lot of friends you'll realize you'll meet through other friends, because a lot of the friends that I made when I'm on SL, when I first got on SL, either we not friends no more or we're cordial, but we don't really talk. Like, we don't really speak. I don't really see them. We don't really communicate like that. So a lot of friends you'll meet through other friends. Like, pretty much all my friends that I have right now were met through other people. Even if the other people, I don't even, you know, speak to the people I met them through. But that is how you'll meet a lot of people on Second Life. The grid is a very small place, especially on the urban side. Like, everybody knows each other for the most part. So you will meet people through other people. So once you make like a good 2-3 friends, girl, don't worry about it. You'll be good. So that is one way you can make friends. Just find places to go, hang out, and add people. You know, just have like little conversations with people. And number 5 is actually connected to 4, because number 5 is what can I do for fun? So that goes back to, you know, making friends, because if you're out doing, you know, stuff for fun, you'll end up meeting people eventually. So I would suggest you guys, once again, keep up with YouTube videos. There is a lot of events that they have. Like, there is a, what is coming up? There's a Freaknik. There's a Second Life Freaknik coming up in like 4 days. So if you guys end up going to stuff like that, you guaranteed to meet people there, because I know it's going to be deep. I don't even know if I'm going to go, because I know it's going to be packed. But there's a Second Life Freaknik. They have Second Life concerts. There are like little events that people host. Like The Plug does speed dating and all types of stuff over there for role play. What else I'm trying to think? Like vacations. You can go on vacations for fun. Like, y'all saw Essentia, the hotel, like a nice little luxury hotel for the role play. Y'all can go there. You can play tennis. You can golf. You can literally, one of these weekend sales, get you a nice little 60 Linden car and go to the racetrack. Like, after you make your little friends or whatever, go to the racetrack and race with them on the racetrack. Go play golf. Go fishing. Like, you can fish. You can go hiking. I don't know why that word just tripped me out like that. You can go hiking. You can go fishing. You can do mainland tours. So a lot of you guys might not know this, because I didn't know this at first. But there's like a small section of land on the grid called mainland. And all of that land is connected. Like, it's like a kind of like a little island where all the lands connect. So you can literally res a car out there. Like, there's an airport there. There's a bunch of stuff out there. Like, people live on there and everything. Like, it's like a little, like, it's pretty much like an island if you were to go to the island in real life or whatever. Like, it's a bunch of stuff connected over there, airports, you know, little stores, all that going on. It's laggy over there. I'm gonna let y'all know that. So it's not for the weak computers. I went over there on my old HP and I was struggling. I had a good time though. But that's something you can do. Like, you can res you a nice little, like, I'm still trying to do that. I'm trying to convince my homegirl to do that. We're going to res a nice little tour bus and we're going to take a tour. Like, we took a tour, but not with the actual tour bus. So, like, these are things that y'all can do for fun. You can go bowling. Like, you can actually bowl with actual points. There are casinos. Like, if you live in a state that allows online gambling, you can go to a casino. Like, the grid is y'all oyster. It's plenty of stuff to do on this grid. Let me know if y'all want a video about that stuff. Like, I want to do a day in my life when I'm actually doing stuff, because there was a time when I used to be outside nonstop on the grid. Like, every time I was logging on, I was going out and doing stuff. I got tired of outside real quick because I was outside too much. But yes, like, y'all let me know, because they got escape rooms and everything. Like, there's so much for y'all to do on here. So the last one is going to be, how can I earn Lindens? So you can earn Lindens a couple different ways. You can earn Lindens by, you know, making and selling shapes, like doing custom shapes or setting up a store. So that's basically where you like shape other people. If y'all are new to Second Life, y'all might want a little bit more practice with shaping. So that's more so for like a little bit later on in your Second Life, once you get a hang of it a little bit more. But you could do that. You can also work places, like, you know, a lot of role play places do hire people. Like, for example, when I was in my Second Life relationship or whatever, we had went on a double date. It was a triple date, or supposed to be a triple date. It was a lot of us. It was like 5-6 of us at this restaurant. It was a really nice restaurant, and they had like servers. It was really nice. They had servers, role playing and stuff like that. And they do, you know, of course, pay the servers. You can give tips and everything. So that's one way. Another way is the stripper route. I think most people on the grid have tried stripping at some point, myself included. I stripped at one point. It was very brief. It was like for 3 days. It was giving Mercedes Last Dance, but like the Last Dance for real. Like, she keeps saying it was her last dance. That was what it was giving. But anyways, so everybody has tried stripping at one point. Both my parents on SLR strippers. So yes, there's a stripping route. There is, serving. A lot of resorts, like vacation places, they hire staff at the vacation places. A lot of stores, like there are, some substances on the grid. I'm not about to get demonetized in this video, but there are some substances on the grid. Y'all can put two and two together and use, y'all common sense to figure out what I'm talking about. You can work at a store selling said substances, and then I think you get paid on commission, and you also get paid hourly. So you can work places like that. Like there's a couple different ways for you to make Lindens. There's a couple different ways. Like you can do a job as a server at a resort, stripping, creating. There's a couple different things that you can do to come up with some coins. You can also landscape. Landscaping and decorating is something that you do get paid a good amount for. But again, those are things that you kind of want to be on a grid for a little bit for, or you would have to invest a good amount of Lindens into doing it, because when you first start, you're probably not going to have a lot of stuff to landscape with. So if you want to get started with those and you're still new, I would suggest after you make your friends or whatever, volunteer to do stuff for them, like volunteer to landscape for them, volunteer to decorate, and have them pay you and include whatever they pay you. Basically use that as your budget to buy stuff to landscape for the first couple times that you do it, until you build up a nice amount of like materials to landscape. Like once you get a bunch of trees, rocks, all the other stuff you gonna need, like streets, lampposts, then you can actually start doing it and charging for it outside of like just your friend group. Same thing with decorating, like use the budget to get started with the furniture and add that to your arsenal or whatever. So those are me answering like 6 questions that I had, and I know a lot of other people had when I first started Second Life. I hope I asked these questions, like, not me ask, I hope I answered these questions, even though I did ask them because I came up with them. I hope that me answering these questions have helped y'all, and please let me know in the comments if y'all have any other questions for me. And this is going to conclude my YouTube video. This is going to conclude my video, y'all. I had a moment, y'all. I was about to yawn. I was trying to catch the yawn. But anyways, ended up not coming. But yes, I'm going to pick up on the how to start my Second Life series right after this video. I just want to take a break from that and give y'all like some frequently asked questions or whatever, because I was just on this plat doing nothing, waiting on this girl to get back because she's on colored people time. But yes, y'all have a great rest of y'all day, and this is going to conclude my video. Bye, YouTube.